and really happy to see just how everything has evolved. Is this anyone's first time in AltSpace VR? No? Send up some emojis if you've been in AltSpace before. There we go. All right. Okay, now I don't know if it's still true, but at one point, um, we had something like an emoji count for our channel. So I don't know if that counts anymore, but I may ask you to just add more emojis as the evening goes on. So do people want to just shout out where you're from? Like, where's everybody from? Feel free to just speak it out.
I'm from
Kentucky.
Idaho.
I heard Idaho.
Fourth, Texas.
All right. Got Texas, Arizona. Hey
Kentucky.
now.
Colorado Springs.
Kentucky. Okay, what was that?
Colorado Springs.
Oh, Colorado Springs. Great.
Oh,
Wow.
beautiful.
Fantastic.
I love Colorado
Oregon.
Springs. I'm coming from Seattle.
All right. Oregon, Seattle, Arizona, Kentucky. Oh my gosh, this is it's a great representation. Thank you for all being here. And, I was actually excited to get a message and this is funny. You never know how like the world works, right? But you meet people through pixels and then suddenly you're all together. And and myself as a pixelated person here, a pixelated being, I'm really excited that AltSpace is a place for us to be together to share our interest in the topic of Earth Day 2020, right? So that's why we're here tonight. Um, I'm wondering if anybody else wants to share what drew them here tonight. Yeah, go ahead.
I just get bored real easily on this, and I thought this would be entertaining.
Oh, great. Great. Well, yeah, we never know how we're going to entertain or inform but really, tonight's going to be kind of a blend of things. So it's pretty informal. I mean, we have this beautiful world that's been created specifically for tonight. It's like a universe platform kind of looking down at this earth. And I think that's what's bringing us all together is we have an equal opportunity to really contribute to the making of worlds that are going to bring our ideas and our feelings, our intent for what we want for Earth Day to come together. So we're going to have a series of these kinds of, meetup, get together, kind of slash talk show events, starting with tonight as one. And over the next couple of months leading up to Earth Day, I'll also bring in a couple of guests. So originally tonight, we were going to have the co-founders of the immersive technology group known as Sixar in Seattle. However, they weren't able to make it tonight, so we'll reschedule them for another night. And also looking to have possibly one of my friends who was actually an advisor for Project Drawdown. So has anyone heard of Project Drawdown? Does anyone sound familiar? No.
No.
So Paul Hawken was a person who was instrumental in putting it together. He gathered up a number of different experts and just people who were really deep in the space, wondering, what are the things that are tangible that each one of us can do in our lifetime to really make the world a better place, to last longer, to really, make a change, a positive change for the way things are. And so through a series of meetings, he actually brought these people together and they made a book called Project Drawdown, and it has a series of recommendations in it. So what we wanted to share tonight, and Jurgen, I don't know if you want to come on down here and maybe just join me, but it's really thanks to your inspiration and your gathering in around Earth Day that I'm here with you. So would you like to share a bit more about the topics, areas that people are sort of called to think about in terms of Project Drawdown and the proposed solutions?
Yeah. Okay. I'll just kind
And
of.
also please introduce yourself too. Yeah.
And turn on
Okay.
your megaphone.
I don't. actually have a megaphone, I'm afraid. I was
Oh,
a little. Oh,
now you do.
I'm louder.
Go
Aha.
ahead.
Cool.
Thanks, Drew.
All right. So we're in business. Yeah. So last year, um, I was part of a group that collaborated on an Earth Day event, and we've had a Discord server going ever since. And um, I just thought that it's a few months out, Earth Day 2020, and it would be a good opportunity to really kind of put some thought into it and have a good, um, just well thought out kind of presentation. Uh, I'm not the best public speaker, so this is a little bit
Oh, no, this is
challenging, but
great. Yeah, I mean,
okay.
so I think the idea is we can share with you different areas in which you could really concentrate world building. So if somebody says, hey, I would love to really focus on reducing food waste, right? So we could end up building either a different world for each of the different topics, or everyone could just decide, like, hey, we really want to collaborate together and do some kind of world building like that. And so then by Earth Day, which is April 22nd, we would be able to showcase this. And if we have a few different worlds, we might be able to I don't know, Drew, I don't want to put you on the spot, but we might have the technical ability to link them together. And so then people could actually join us for sort of a showcase of worlds that would really express the different ways that like, people could think about, like, hey, how could we imagine our world? What would our world be like if we had, instead of throwing away a third of all food that's produced, what if we could really maintain and use what we make? So that was really, I think, my sense of what we wanted to get out of tonight. So would anyone like to? Is anyone interested in this type of topic? Like, are there things that you're already doing that sort of um, would be considered? I'm going to just grab my list of the different topic areas, just so you have an idea of um, what I mean. So don't mind me as my hand waves around. Okay, let's see. I'm going to switch from portal to portal here. This is all the fun. Okay.
Mike, sit down.
Hey, nice to meet you. Thanks for being here with us. All right. Okay, so I promised you, and again, this is really coming from Project Drawdown. So if you'd love to know more about it, I'm happy to post this as a link. If you wanted to join the Discord, just send me a friend request. And then what I can do is everyone in the AltSpace Discord by any chance?
Yes, I am.
Yep.
I don't know. I have to
Okay,
go
if
check.
not, okay, that's all right. You can always join us next time too, at
Oh,
Chew on this storytelling, and I can give
and
you the information.
there's a link on the back of the audience over here for, well, it's
Uh-huh.
not a, it's a picture of the link. So if people want to take a picture of it, they could, for the Discord, the Earth Day 2020 Discord.
Oh, great. Okay,
That would be
great.
one
So we
option
could
for
try to
finding
do
it.
like a group selfie, and I can post that on
There
Twitter
you
too.
go. Yeah, good idea.
Oh, okay, great. So some of the topics, I'll just read them. It's a top 10 solutions to reverse climate change. So that's what we're talking about and thinking about for our world, creating worlds. So the first one is, and I think it was surprisingly to the people who put this all together, refrigerant management. So that showed up as the number one. Now I realize I just probably did this backwards. I probably should have started with number 10, right? So anyway, I'll just read them in numerical order. That's easy. Refrigerant management. Number 2 is wind turbines. Those are onshore wind turbines. Number 3, reduced food waste. So I already mentioned that. Probably that's the one I know the best. Number 4 is actually adoption of a plant-rich diet. So you can imagine what a world would be like with that. And number 5,
Begin to
tropical
hunger.
forest restoration. So tropical forest restoration. Imagine building a world that's really going to showcase that aspect. Number 6, providing education to girls. Number 7 is around family planning. Number 8,
Oh shoot.
solar farms. Number 9, silvopasture. And number 10, rooftop
Ow.
solar. So, is everyone all right?
I just
Great.
All
Okay,
right.
good. Yeah, rooftop solar. So I think a lot of so some of these refrigerant management, reduced food waste. I don't know if there are assets around wind turbines, but in any case, yeah, adoption of a plant-rich diet, tropical forest restoration. Are these sparking any ideas for people? Anyone?
Cici,
Yeah,
what is refrigerant management? I'm not, is that
yeah,
like,
interesting, right?
yeah,
I,
well, confusing.
I think that's really around literally what you might think it is, which is the coolant that's going through the refrigerators.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
Yeah, that the management of that is actually very important.
Right.
So what would be one extreme would be we'd have no refrigerators, right? No air
Uh-huh.
conditioning. That would be maybe the extreme situation.
Well, and I
Our
think
uh-huh.
I've read a little bit about this, and it has to do with there's like an older type of freon that's
Yeah,
actually like
R34.
way more
right.
like even more than methane as far
Uh-huh.
as a greenhouse trapping gas. It's, let's say,
True.
I don't even know, just way, way worse than carbon dioxide. And so
Uh-huh.
there's another type of coolant that exists now, and uh, there's an effort towards transitioning to this other type. But the main kind of
Mm-hmm.
issue is the older freon ending up in landfills, like old refrigerators or old cars, that are leaking it out. Um,
Yeah.
and
Mm,
it's kind of a big issue,
mm-hmm.
especially with the transition towards like electric vehicles. Um, it's this thing that I never really thought about, but electric vehicles have to be kept a lot cooler than an internal combustion engine. Like an internal combustion can just radiate out into the environment, like literally with a radiator. But uh, a electric vehicle has to be cooled
Wow.
in order to maintain operating efficiencies, and
Mm-hmm.
so
Okay.
they're producing less greenhouse emissions, assuming they're not getting electricity from a coal plant. But you know, it's important that in the transition that they're using like these newer environmentally responsible coolants as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to the older freon styles.
Oh,
since
that's
when do you
great.
knew that? Since when you knew that?
I read about it a few weeks ago.
Mm,
That's
okay,
great.
now now again.
Yeah, this is really meant to be very informal. Just, it's a
Mm-hmm.
conversation. And again, I think the idea is we have the opportunity to build some worlds in AltspaceVR, VR, to be able to create sort of a showcase if we want to. We know that there are
Mm.
folks, there are a couple on the Discord channel who were saying, "Oh, I'd love to be there, but I'm in Europe, and so this is really late for me," and so they couldn't join us at this moment. But again, I think the idea is that we could either people could decide to sort of pair up or team up somehow, or we could just individually take a different topic and take your spin on it. There's all different ways, right? I don't think we have to limit it in any different way. So I don't
So
know.
I have two
Yeah.
questions. First, when
Oh,
is
sure.
Earth Day?
It's April 22nd.
April 22nd. Okay. The
Mm-hmm.
second one is more of a statement. I've only built one world, so I wouldn't mind being a part of a group that's doing it just to learn more about how to build worlds.
Yeah, that's great. I'm in the having built no worlds camp, so I'm here to learn completely.
Cool.
Yeah.
One good thing that might be good for a world and idea. It has to do with power generation, and I've been reading up on this, and it is ocean-based, basically using the ocean to generate powers, also ocean-based wind generators because it catch more power,
Mm,
and the fact of completely offshore farming. So you basically have these floating literal cities in the ocean that would be able to not only power themselves but most of the continent.
Oh, wow. That's an
that's cool.
amazing vision. I mean, like I could see that world, right? I can
Hmm.
imagine it. That's really,
Hmm.
really incredible.
That is.
Yeah, I would say if you have a topic that you're feeling passionate about, um, there's room for all ideas here. That'd be
You know,
awesome.
along with that same idea, it brought to mind the people that have now devoted their time to cleaning up the ocean
Hmm.
so
That's the
so
dopest thing
that you
I've
can
heard
do
in two
stuff like
weeks.
that, so that we
Hmm.
can sustain it. So, and they're doing amazing stuff with like a vacuum cleaner, like
Hmm.
a huge one. So it could even fit into that same idea.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
there was
really like that.
one of the world builders from last year's Earth Day made a world
Eskimos.
that was focused on ocean garbage. It
I
wasn't so
saw that.
much about solutions, but yeah, just
Uh-huh.
like experiencing it and kind of just seeing how disgusting it can be, and to, I guess, stimulate um, like awareness and
Hmm.
hopefully motivate action. So that would actually be kind of cool to do um, a bookend to that and show demonstrate some of the solutions for cleaning up the ocean garbage. That'd be
And
cool.
some of the good things that are going on with wind turbines and um, with getting energy from the sea and using it for food produce production.
There
Yeah, I guess
is on YouTube.
that's kind of what I was hoping for, is a focus on like actionable things that people can do to kind of instill hope. And I, I sort of feel like
Hope it'd be
people
good.
are going to believe what they want, and um, I'm not so good at like in my experience, it's almost kind of, it's political or even religious sometimes how people feel about it, and so like convincing people that it's happening or not is maybe more challenging than actually showing people what can be done about it.
Absolutely. One of the things that has frightened me is that I heard that China is not accepting any of our recyclable stuff anymore. And so what are we going to do with it? I mean, if they aren't going to take it, is it
Sadly,
coming
most of
back?
it
I
just
mean,
goes in the dump.
it, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
There's
So
someone right
all the
there.
people that have been so good about recycling are going to end up with it
Shoot.
right at their doorstep again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So,
it's an opportunity to really focus on, again, like there's a way to work with this, that can really showcase people's ingenuity, right? So if you've ever
true.
seen the coasters that are made from wires that are found by, you know, that put together by women, like into baskets, or certainly now there are clothing. I think just bought a pair of pants that were made from recycled water bottles. So,
Well, and tennis shoes
it's like
too.
maybe
Yeah.
I'm wearing my trash. I don't know, but like you really have to just imagine
Hey,
like the world could be different
yeah.
in real life as well as like in the virtual world. So, what I was struck by something I saw yesterday, which is that there's a company that just made an AR app. I think it's called Quiver, maybe Quiver AR, something like that. Anyway, what they do is the AR app allows kids to color a picture and then it actually prints. Sorry, it's the other way around. They have paper, the kids color it, and then the app will actually turn it into an AR experience. So, for example, this picture was with like I don't know, it was like a dragon flying over a forest. So, if you can imagine like this world, whatever we create, whatever we imagine, something with lush rainforests and also these like floating areas that are powered with wind turbines and growing food and vacuums sucking up the plastic and making new clothes, right? That's what sparks the imagination, right? That's why people
Sure.
are so fascinated with certain novels that have led us to like, oh, now I can make a flying car or whatever, right? It's like you spark the imagination. So I'm really excited that we're kind of gathering to put this to into a world, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just what we make, and part of the chance of this is also to extend beyond. So if we did want to talk about it, if we did want to record something or even put it into a little blog, like I'm happy to do that for folks. Just again, this is about Earth Day. It's about our expression of what we want for the earth, the positive image that we hold for the earth, and just reminding everyone how beautiful it is, and that's why we love it so much. I'll just be quiet now. Thanks for letting me share that, but I just get so excited about this.
I love Earth Day. Just a lot. Earth is just, I just love our planet and what she's given. I just love what the planet has given us and what she's done for us in the past. But I do agree with you guys that like some people say, like some people believe that like
So how
climate
do we
change and what's going on
proceed?
in the world
I
can be
mean,
religious
what are the
and
steps
political as well. And personally, I'm like
that
50-50,
have to happen?
but I did have an idea. It's because what I want to
Will you
do
come on
with
over?
when I huh?
Oh, yeah, I just want to make sure everybody can hear each other because you're talking about how much you love Earth Day, and I know you were asking about what we do next. So let's take a moment and we'll just continue to hear what you are sharing about Earth Day, and then we'll get to next steps.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't hear him.
Okay. And then it's because one thing that I really like, my passion is just helping the earth, just making everything clean, and I'm tired of people saying that they hate the society we live in. I want everyone to enjoy the sunshine and see the sunshine instead of seeing a great storm, the darkness per se. And that's my dream. I want to make an organization about that, like a company where like we make eco-friendly products and make the whole world eco-friendly and encourage people to be stronger than we are today, like organic living, eco living, and that kind of stuff. It's because if there's a problem that we need to address all together as a planet, and we're stronger because of our diet and all that important stuff, I believe that we can pretty much accomplish and abolish anything. And another thing, it's because this is probably like way off topic, but like I have other goals after having my own organization as well. Well, I don't really want to say an organization like a company, but like I also want to be like an entrepreneur, design clothes, be in the fashion business per se, but also like kind of like make sure that like everything. I just want everything to be good and rainbows and unicorns. And I know that life isn't that, but I just want everyone to live in this society where you'll be accepted in a society where not only the planet, but where everyone that is in this planet, on this planet, wherever in this planet, just to accept everyone and love each other. Because I mean, the police is corrupted, the air is polluted, and animals are dying, and people are and our leaders are having a blind eye, and they're just sitting back and pretending that everything is okay. We can't just sit back and let our planet die. Because I mean, we're a dumb species. Our dumb carelessness is literally taking dumps of shit on everything that this planet has created and given us, and this is how we repay her. We cannot let that get rid of our species because we are a dumb species. I know we have to.
Well, thank
We hate
you.
to admit it, but we are. But we are, and we have to
It's
get rid of that.
I mean, it's great that we can show up here. Here in Altspace, I'm a robot and you're a robot, and we're, no one's a shapist, right? We're all represented in the way we choose to be represented. And I feel, Altspace VR is a place that's really welcoming, and everyone is all about like being able to be creative and be inspiring. So that's what we're here for. And thank you so much for sharing that how much you love the
Authenticity.
earth. Yeah, exactly.
Authenticity is
Authenticity.
power.
Exactly. So for people who are interested, and I realize people might have different time limits, who would love to move forward with this, we're going to have at least 2 more of these events where we're gathering together. I think if we could just follow around to the back side and get the Discord link together for Earth Day 2020, then people can take a selfie with that if they want to, or somehow jump in there, and that can continue the conversation. Otherwise, I'll just invite you to work on your own, or just send friend requests. I've gotten a couple already, and I'll try to just make sure that you're given any information you might want. I'm a complete novice when it comes to world building, so I can't promise that I'll have created anything, but I will do my best to sort of gather up anyone who wants to join me in a novice effort to do something. So yeah, so I think that's basically what we wanted to share today. Any final thoughts or sharing for today?
I feel real good about this. I'm happy to hear that people are real passionate about this. I know that I am. It might not come across that way, but I feel the same way. Like the Earth is our mother, and we need to start respecting her. And like time is now.
Yeah, time is
These things
now.
are happening, and we gotta, and the only way it's gonna happen is if we do it together. So thank you for coming.
Exactly. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone who's sent me a friend request. And if anyone wants to stay a few minutes after, I can also give you my email address. You could just send me an email at chewonthisstorytelling@gmail.com, and that's a surefire way to reach me. chewonthisstorytelling@gmail.com. Otherwise, let me see if can we take a selfie? You want to take a selfie with the world? Anyone want to jump behind me,
Sure.
and we'll do that, and I'll make sure to post it.
I
Let's see.
apologize for leaving. I crashed, so I had to
Oh
leave.
yeah,
And so
no worries.
I couldn't hear the gentleman, so I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just
Oh,
couldn't
not
hear
at
you.
all. Let's see. Oh, let me see if I can.
Okay, here we go.
All right. Wait, where am I? Okay, now to find the world.
It's not showing up in my selfie, so I wonder if there's some issue that it's not able to grab it. I got a warning that there were too many.
I think it's important that we start discovering these technologies, because when you think about it,
Maybe because
we're
it's
on the cusp
rotating.
of leaving we're on the cusp of colonizing a new world. How are we expected as a species to branch out and colonize a new world when we can't even work at this
Yes,
one?
you're absolutely right.
Okay,
Oh,
great. So
are we doing it?
yeah, we are. So, yeah, I think
Yay!
there were some theories that, as the world turns, like maybe the world also sets, but hopefully not today. The world will rise again. And if you want to send up your emojis, I'm gonna just do
Woo!
a few different selfies. Okay, everybody,
Yay!
send up your emojis. All right, I'm gonna keep just snapping a few different ones. Oh, that's great. Okay. Keep going. Let's see if I can. Ooh, whoops. Oh, that's great. Oh, yep. You're not even gonna. Wow, such a good day. Such a good day. All right. Okay, I'm saving that one. I will post it on Twitter at Chew on This Story. I am so happy we're all here today together. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, thank you. And I look forward to seeing you next time. So chew on this storytelling at gmail.com. Get an email to me or find us in Earth Day Discord. I'm also in the AltspaceVR Discord. Smiles88, you don't have to remember all of this, but anyway, I'm just throwing it at you in case you're an auditory memorizer person. But yeah, it's great to meet everybody, and I'm really happy to be able to world build with you. So we'll try to get the next one up in maybe